Hello and welcome back to the Z and Z show. So we have some stimulus updated news that I want to share with you guys. Great news is that they're finally coming to an agreement today, and it took a very long time for them to even get to this point, but we must be thankful that it's finally happening. What happened was the agreement was for the $900 billion to go out in the new stimulus relief package. The $900 billion was way less than what they were ultimately fighting for, Nancy Pelosi. So she has to take what she's getting now. With the $900 billion, it was included state and local government aid. It was including liability for small businesses, like basically if you go to a business and you catch the virus or you think you caught it from there, you can't sue them and say that you did catch it from there. So Nancy Pelosi wanted aid for the state and local government, and Mitch McConnell, he wanted aid for small businesses where God forbid you catch corona, you can't sue. So she wanted that in the package and he wanted that in the package. But some people that don't have businesses is worried about the stimulus checks. So instead of just them passing a skinny deal on just sending out the stimulus checks for the people, they decided to not send anything to anybody, like all or nothing. So they had to come up with an agreement for them to agree upon this package before they send it out to anybody, which is unfortunate because we, the people who don't have a business or who don't run the state and local government, we want the checks. So unfortunately, we had to, wait for that. But it is as important as getting a stimulus check for those people who have businesses and need the help as well. So they came up with an agreement that if we want to put the aid for the state and local government, and we want to have funds for liability to protect small businesses, then we have to lower the stimulus amount that we're going to send to the people. And $600, what is $600? $600 can actually repay me for the mask, the Lysol, and all the hand sanitizer and everything I have been paying for. And I'm pretty sure everybody can agree with that. So what is $600? The American people have been waiting for about 7 months or longer for a relief package. And fortunately, there's two lawmakers in the House, which is Steve Hoyer and Bernie Sanders, who do not want them to pass any bill without sending $1,200 for the American people. So because they are doing that, they came up with an agreement, and we 1 day away from the government shutdown. So their deal is, if you don't send the American people $1,200, then I won't be signing off to avoid the government from shutting down, because the American people need the money just as well as everybody else. And just to put the American families last, because if you think about it, I don't know if you guys were aware, the stimulus checks were not even included in the bill to begin with. But everyone was saying, how is that so? Everyone in the House was not agreeing to that, because they're like, how is that so? The American people are suffering. They should be the first priority, not the last priority. So because they included them now in the package, you have two lawmakers who said they need to get the $1,200, not $600. So they use their power in not signing any bill that passed unless the American people get $1,200, or they're not going to sign it off, which will be a problem because the government is planned to shut down December 21st, which is tomorrow. So if you all know, if from our previous video, I told you guys that on Friday, which is the Friday before Christmas break, they will be going on break. And if no deal is passed, then we will have to wait until they come back. But a lot of people in the House, like Mitch McConnell and everyone else that holds weight in the House, said no one's going on vacation until they come up with a deal. So no one could ever leave until they come together and come up with a bill before they go home to their families. So that was a good thing that they made that agreement, that nobody leaves until we come up with an agreement. So they thought they had it all planned out, and they thought that the $900 billion was going to be good enough to handle everything and give the American people $600. But again, those two lawmakers said, no, I'm not going to sign anything. So Mitch McConnell said, all right, I'll take out my liability for small businesses if you, Nancy Pelosi, take out your aid for state and local government. So they both were like, no, they both need it. So they decided to still keep it in there. And then again, the final action is for the American people to get $600. Why should the American people have to get less than what we would deserve after waiting all of these months? It's not fair. So again, this is where we stand. I don't know. I think I heard some news that they are going to definitely come up with an agreement tonight, or it can roll over into tomorrow, but they're definitely supposed to come up with an agreement tonight. They don't usually do negotiations on weekends, but again, they were doing this so that they could come up with the agreement before they go on Christmas break, which I find that very fair. So as we stand, the last thing I heard is $600 for the American people, but I'm not sure if they finally gave in and said, you know what, the American people could take the $600 and seek more aid once Biden is in office, or if they're like, nope, I'm not signing it, and the government will be shut down tomorrow. One good thing about the stimulus relief package that I did learn is that dependents over the age of 17 in the last stimulus package did not get any $500. However, with this stimulus package, if it was to pass, if you're a dependent over the age of 17, you will receive the $500. So that's a good thing. I also heard stories of inmates being able to get the stimulus payment. However, these were all in the works, and we're not sure what is the final decision that they made. So stay tuned and continue watching and stay for updates. But again, stay tuned, like this video, send it to others, and subscribe. And thank you for tuning in to Jane Doe.